This model represents a normal foot. What we're going to look at in this model are these little bones right in here. These are called tarsal bones. And it's the position of these bones that determine the proper function of the human foot. This model represents what's called a flat foot or a dropped arch. Here, the position of the bones have changed in this model. This is a common problem, and a term that you may or may not have heard is called pronation. That's what this problem is generally called. And it's where these bones have collapsed, they've dropped down. What has to happen is these bones need to be pushed back up to solve this problem. I want to show you another common problem, and this is what's called a high arch, or in more specific terms, supination. And that's where these bones again have changed position. These inner bones here, the navicular and the medial cuneiform, they're pushed up, and this lateral bone, the cuboid, tends to be dropped. Again, these bones are out of position compared to the normal model. What this can lead to is a common problem called plantar fasciitis. And that's where this fascia here becomes inflamed, and it can lead to pain, discomfort. It's usually in a chronic type of condition in which those tarsal bones have moved out of place for a long time. I'd like to discuss with you some alternatives to the traditional drugs and surgery that are used to commonly treat these problems. I'd like to talk to you about correction of these misplaced tarsal bones by using chiropractic adjustments to the feet. And what I do is I take a special instrument, it has a computer chip in it, and it actually impulses gently as I do these adjustments, impulses these bones back towards their proper position. It's gentle, the patients like it. We've had great success with this. Once I start to do the correction, I then, over time, will place a stabilizer or an orthotic underneath the foot, and this will allow to maintain the corrections that we've made and also to establish and stabilize them. What I want to explain is that it's important to put an orthotic on a foot that is being corrected and mechanically the joints are moving as opposed to being locked. If we simply just put an orthotic underneath the foot while these bones are locked up, not only can it be very uncomfortable, but it's going to have a difficult time in establishing permanent or total corrections as the joints stay clumped or locked together. So I want to encourage you, if you're having foot problems, even though you've tried orthotics or surgery, drugs, and you're not getting the results that you need, then I encourage you to make an appointment, let me assess the foot, potentially adjust it depending on what the problem is. If you'd like to schedule an appointment, please do so, and we will give you a very thorough exam and hopefully be able to help you with your foot problems.